So hi, this is Gina Versa, Waffle Press podcast. I'm here with my good friend Cruz Castillo.
Hey guys.
How you doing? So we just saw a preview screening of the first episode of American Gods, and we were really digging it.
Most impressed, definitely. Yeah.
So let's just dig right into it. You know, it was a great first episode. You know, unlike something like Iron Fist, it wasn't boring. As a pilot. It just really put you head first in the story. Had a lot of interesting themes, that they were trying to capture, the book. We'll talk about that after. But it was, had a lot going on. It wasn't too complicated. It's a great first episode. Cruz, what are your thoughts?
Cinematography wise.
Yeah, it was cinematic. I think they changed the aspect ratio a couple of times in some of the sequences.
For sure, yeah.
Some of the sequences.
And just they literally said it was like an 8-part. The whole season is going to be like an 8-part movie. Mm-hmm. And definitely from the way it looked, from the way the story was,
right,
from the characters, the acting.
Yeah,
I was actually surprised with that acting. It was pretty good.
Mr. Wednesday is probably my favorite character.
Ian McShane, for sure.
Yeah. Ian McShane. The main character, Shadow. I'm not familiar with the actor.
I'm not either.
Okay, I think he's on the.
He had an accent, so he's like, what, British or something?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was great as Shadow.
He was. Yeah. I definitely like how they talked about the inner turmoil, and like he's trying not to show it, and he definitely got that. He captured it.
Right.
And Shadow has that. Definitely in Neil Gaiman's American Gods, Shadow has a lot of inner dialogues, and you read it, and you know what he's going through, but you definitely don't see it.
Right.
And I think the actor, he got that.
Yeah,
he definitely did.
So I guess that goes on to, as an adaptation, what'd you think? Because I haven't read the book, and you have.
Yeah.
So what can you say about that?
I've read the book, I think probably about 8 or 9 times.
Okay. Wow.
It's one of my favorite books of all. Yeah, it's one of my favorite books of all time. I tend to try to reread my favorite books every couple of years.
Right. Yeah.
And
inspiration.
Yeah, inspiration. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I've even seen Neil Gaiman speak. He's probably one of my favorite authors.
I think he's one of the best contemporary authors.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Sandman.
I think when he passes, it'll definitely be an era like we lived in a Neil Gaiman era.
Right. Let's not think about that for right now. But yeah, I think I've read other Neil Gaiman stuff. I haven't read American Gods, but I think it really captures the Neil Gaiman-ness of it.
For sure. Yeah.
And
just dark humor, characters that are not so perfect.
Right. Everyone's shitting on Shadow.
Yeah. They're a little bit more realistic. Yeah, the guy said he's the world's punching bag. Yeah. And I like that description.
Right. Brian Fuller and Ian McShane were at a screening, which was really cool.
Yeah, they really, that was the best part, seeing all of them speak about it, how they went into this, how they dissected it, how they brought it to life. Yeah.
So cool. Yeah. So we would definitely recommend it. It'll be on Starz. I believe it's in
end of April.
End of April.
Yeah.
So definitely check it out. So Cruz, where can people find you at? Any Twitter?
You can find me at Instagram at I am Cruz Castillo.
Cool.
You could find me Facebook. Or Twitter? Is Twitter the cooler thing?
Whatever.
All right. You can find me at Twitter at Cruz W. Castillo.
Cool. And then you could find me on Twitter, Instagram, Gene9892, and then look for Waffle Press on Twitter and Facebook.
Waffle Press?